Ladies and gentlemen, tonight at Destination X Live on Spike, these 9 men all have a dream to be at this event next year with a chance to cash in Option C and face the World Heavyweight Champion, just like this man, Chris Sabin, will tonight.
This is not just a 2-year recovery, this is the culmination of a 10-year journey. Tonight, Chris Sabin rolls the dice, giving up his X Division Championship for a shot at making a dream a reality. The World Heavyweight title tonight at Destination X.
The path has been treacherous and riddled with obstacles.
People told me my whole life I wasn't even ever going to make it in the wrestling business. This is what I was born to do. This is my destiny. This is my destiny.
Injuries they thought had secured your end.
I wasn't going to let it stop me. I planned on coming back as soon as possible.
Heartbreak has made you wiser. Triumph has made you stronger.
Think of this emotional moment. Chris Sabin is back.
You've clawed and scraped your way to this moment. The opportunity has arrived.
You might be very well looking at the new World Heavyweight Champion.
But before you can stake your claim, one last obstacle looms.
You know who I am? You ain't just fighting me at Destination X.
They'll throw everything at you, but friends will be close. Everything you have endured will be tested tonight.
There is no way in hell a little boy like you could ever defeat a world champion like me.
Do you have what it takes to seize this moment?
All I need is one shot. I will beat you. I will stand over you. And I will ask you if you know who I am.
And now, TNA Wrestling presents Destination X.
Live from Louisville, Kentucky, for the first time ever, it's Destination X on Spike. Tonight, the X Division takes the spotlight. 3 qualifying matches, plus the new main event Mafia promises to take the fight to aces and eights. And yes, Chris Sabin cashes in his X Division title as he challenges Bully Ray for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's Mike today, joined by JB, Jeremy Borash. Where's Taz?
Yeah, where's Taz? You tell me where Taz is. I don't know what he has up his sleeve. I don't know what this man, Bully Ray, has up his sleeve. I don't know what the aces and eights have up their sleeves. I was told about 10 minutes ago to get out here on the headset. That's as much as I know right now.
Well, speaking of Bully Ray, here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. And yes, the man who must and will defend that title tonight here at Destination X against the challenge of Chris Sabin.
Chris Sabin, a man who has traded in that opportunity. Chance to cash in on a dream. The World Heavyweight Championship, and he has to get through the man in the ring right now to make that dream a reality.
Shut it off! Sounds like everybody's really happy to see me tonight. Enough is enough. All week long, all I've been hearing about on Facebook, on Twitter, on the internet, in all of the wrestling magazines, everywhere in the world, everybody's talking about one little boy. Everybody wants to talk about Chris Sabin. You know damn well that you could chant his name from now to high heaven. That kid ain't got a shot in hell and beaten the World Heavyweight Champion. You guys sound like you're gonna plan a parade for him. What you should be doing is planning a funeral for him. I'm the most hated man in pro wrestling, and that's just the way I want it. Everything is perfect. The table's set. It's the perfect night for Bully Ray to defeat Chris Sabin. It's a perfect night for my aces and eights to destroy the main event mafia. And since I'm done with all that business, there's only one thing left to do. I want to talk to my wife. Brooke, come out here now.
Oh, this should be interesting. Here she comes, executive in charge of the knockouts, a wife of Bully Ray, Brooke Hogan.
Mark, I don't understand what else you could possibly want from me. What else do you want? You've tricked my father, you tricked Dixie Carter, you tricked me. And you know what, Mark? I'm sick of it. I'm moving on. And you should move on too, Mark.
Brooke, I said it last week, and I'm really happy that I have the opportunity to look you in the eyes tonight and tell you that you move on when I say you move on.
GM.
Knock the crap off. You know something, Bully? You're completely right, brother. Enough is enough. So we're knocking it off. As of this point, you've raped and pillaged this company and my family, and you've got everything you wanted out of us. That's the World Heavyweight title, and it's over now because enough is enough, brother. Hey! Hey! Don't you walk away! Don't you turn your back on me ever! Don't you forget, Toots, you're still my wife! I will never, ever give you a divorce! I will never, ever lose the World Heavyweight Championship, and there is nothing that you or anybody else can do about it. Hogan!
Bully, did you say nothing? Nothing. Well, things are different now. The Mafia is here to fight aces and eights. And tonight, Bully Ray, tonight you're going to lose your World Heavyweight title to Chris Sabin in a fair fight. And there's nothing nothing you can do about that.
We're going to find out whether or not your brotherhood is stronger than this family.
That's all we want. We want a fair fight tonight when Bully Ray defends the title against Chris Sabin.
I'll never lose it.
It's Mike Tenay and JB. Still no sign of Taz. Show must go on. What a loaded Destination X broadcast we have.
It all happens tonight, the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. You know, 10 years ago, Chris Sabin came to Impact Wrestling as a rookie, as a newbie. Now, 10 years later, finally the opportunity awaits, a shot at realizing a dream. And he tonight tries to make that dream a reality, the World Heavyweight Championship.
It was 1 year ago at Destination X when Austin Aries, he cashed in the X Division title. He challenged Bobby Roode for the World Heavyweight Championship. Aries set a precedent. When nobody thought Aries could do it, he became the champ. Can Chris Sabin duplicate that feat? We will find out tonight.
Bobby, does Destination X bring up any type of bad memories?
Yes. One word. Fluke. But you know what? I don't even want to talk about the past. I don't talk about the past. I talk about the future. And the future starts tonight. It's no secret. I don't have any points right now in the Bound for Glory series. But it's going to change. Tonight, I'm on the road to Bound for Glory, where I will become the World Heavyweight Champion. Again.
Get on your smartphones right now. There she is, the #1 contender for the Knockouts Championship, Gail Kim, live tweeting the first hour of Impact tonight. At Gail Kim, it's me. You can find her on Twitter all hour long. Some thoughts from the #1 contender for the Knockouts Championship.
And I wonder if Gail Kim is tweeting about the Bound for Glory series. Here's where we stand tonight. This, the up-to-date leaderboard, and while Magnus has a sizable lead, the other 11 competitors all jockeying to move up and finish in the top 4 of the Bound for Glory series.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is a Bound for Glory series match. Introducing first from Toronto, Canada, the it factor of professional wrestling, Bobby Roode.
You know, GB, I think this early in the Bound for Glory series, you never want to say that a particular match is must-win. But for Bobby Roode, who has started off 0-3 in the Bound for Glory series, there has to be a sense of urgency. Roode knows he's got to put points on the board.
And what a difference a year makes. A year ago, he was standing on top of the mountain, longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion of all time. He was beat by Austin Aries last year at Destination X, a match he says was a fluke. And by the way, the same word he used tonight to describe his 0-3 status in the Bound for Glory series. He says, no question, no doubt, this is a fluke.
And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Austin Aries.
Self-proclaimed greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries. 7 points. At this point of the Bound for Glory series, JB, you touched on it. This, the return match from Destination X 2012, and last year it was Aries who cashed in that X Division Championship, and on the 8th of July, Aries defeated Bobby Roode to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Later tonight, Chris Sabin gets that same opportunity when he challenges Bully Ray, but what a risk that's going to be for Sabin.
Well, you talk about opportunity. That's exactly what Aries realized. He realized his opportunity a year ago, and look where he is now. Look at the year he has had. He has achieved main event status. He is, no question, belongs at the top, the upper echelon after the year he's had, not only beating Bobby Roode, but continuing to hold on to that championship for a number of months now. Finds himself in a pretty good position in the Bound for Glory series, facing a tough competitor and a former tag team partner.
Yeah, it was last February in Manchester, England, when Aries and Roode, they defeated Daniels and Kazarian. They won the World Tag Team titles. They held those titles for 2.5 months.
And make no mistake about it, that wasn't a pairing of friendship. That was, at best, a pairing of mutual respect. Two former world champions going after one common goal, given where they were in their careers at that point. But now, Bobby Roode so focused on getting those points, ending up as a point leader in the Bound for Glory series. That's his #1 priority. Aries the same. And this is must-win for both guys.
And JB, when it comes to social media, well, you're the king of all social media. Eat your heart out, Howard Stern. How important is it to follow our TNA president on Twitter?
Well, if I'm the king of it, wow. Dixie Carter is the queen. Now we're talking about Dixie Carter on Twitter. You gotta follow her right now. In fact, you can see the brand new X Division Championship title belt before anyone else. Log on right now at TNA Dixie on Twitter, and you can see that belt first. She breaks all the hot news.
The tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Roode turns the match in his favor. Going to try and suplex Aries in from the outside, but the repeated knees to the top of the head by Aries stop that chance. Oh my, what a back body drop as Roode splats on the floor.
Hard landing, and now Aries climbing to look out from the top.
Whoa. Right here in front of us. What a strike off the top by Aries. Delivered with authority to the head of, yes, his former tag team partner.
Pinpoint accuracy from the very top rope to the floor. Now Roode gets rolled back in, and Aries has the momentum.
And he's going to go high risk. Aries from the top. Familiarity of these two men so evident. Roode catches him in mid-move, in mid-flight, with a drop kick to the midsection.
He scouted that perfectly and connected right to the midsection of Aries, who can't catch his breath now as a result of that. Had the wind knocked out of him. Met midair, and now Roode takes it back out to the floor as well.
Right off the apron with the clothesline. Roode connects. Who's going to pick up the all-important points in the Bound for Glory series? Roode or Aries? We'll find out when we return to Destination X. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to Louisville, Kentucky, the site of Destination X pay-per-view quality broadcast this week for you. Free right here on Spike. Double our spine buster by Roode on Aries. Follow cover. Here's the pin and a 2 count.
Mike, for many years, we've brought you Destination X on pay-per-view. Tonight, it's absolutely yours, free of charge, bringing you pay-per-view quality right here from Impact Wrestling, and we're seeing a rematch of last year's Destination X with the Bound for Glory series points on the line this time around.
TNA has helped develop the most interactive workout fitness app to date. It's a customizable fitness app. It's available now. It features Jeff Hardy. It's the next generation of workout programs. Go to wherever apps can be downloaded. Search TNA Always Evolve to download your exercise app today.
Look at Aries delivering those shots right to the head. And here now from the top rope. This is where Aries is so dangerous, Mike.
450 into the pin. Aries the cover. Oh, just 2.
And Mike, you gotta look at the last year. Since last year's Destination X, how these two, the career paths of both men have changed so much. Bobby Roode has died at night thinking about getting that World Heavyweight title shot. He is completely obsessed with this. And he knows the Bound for Glory series is his chance, his opportunity to get that main event at Bound for Glory.
Well, obviously, Roode has the credentials. You touched on it. Longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in company history. Almost 9 months he held the title. But in professional wrestling, in TNA, in Impact Wrestling, it's what have you done for me lately? And what he's done lately is Austin Aries with the dive through the ropes that connects as he takes down his former tag team partner.
Not only that, he just took him right into the stairs. I mean, that was a hard landing for Roode as the momentum. Let's take a look at this again.
Gotta take another look.
Aries inside the ring saw the opportunity and went full force into Roode, who then went into the top of the staircase, the metal staircase at ringside. Not what you want to stop your momentum.
A dazed and confused Bobby Roode rolled back into the ring by Aries. But can Aries Can he close the deal right here? Can he pick up 7 points for a pin, 10 points for a submission win? From the top, it's a missile dropkick.
He connected there, sent Rude all the way across to the ring, and
full speed into the corner. Gonna take him back out to the middle. Gonna elevate him up. Went for the brain buster. Rude able to slide down. Rude gonna take him up to his shoulders. Oh, quick roll up here. Aries has Rude's shoulders down for 2. And then Rude goes crossface. Again, 10 points for Rude. If Aries taps out, if Rude gets the submission victory in the Bound for Glory series.
And you knew Rude's strategy was going to be trying to get him into a submission move. Look at this, pin now, reversed. There's no better way for Rude to get back into the game for the point series after his 0-3 start than with a submission win, getting 10 points in the BFG series. Wow, what a
that
DDT.
Come from.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere. No way for Rude to react. Smart move by Aries. Drops Rude on his head. But Aries now going to even use the ring ropes on the far side of the ring just to bring himself back up to his feet. Head of steam out of the corner. But Rude saw him coming and dropped him in his tracks. Oh, momentum behind that spear attempt. However, Aries caught him, went for the brainbuster again. Rude floats over and then decks him with the clothesline. Follow pin, Rude on top, and again, 2.
Mike, you got to think, too, not only is it important for him to get those points, get on the board, but just to avenge the loss of last year's Destination X. And look at this.
Oh, discus forearm. Right on target. Went for that brainbuster again, and again, it's countered. The reversal. Aries put him to the side of the head. Oh, it dropped him right on his head. Here's the brainbuster. Is it going to lead to the pin? Here's 2. Yes.
Wow.
Your winner, Austin Aries.
Mike, for the 2nd year in a row, Austin Aries has defeated Bobby Roode with the brainbuster suplex square in the middle of the ring.
2nd year in a row at Destination X. It's Aries with the victory. Yes, by pinfall. 7 points picked up in the Bound for Glory series. And for Bobby Roode, he remains on the outside looking in.
Yeah, 0-4 is not the way he wanted to start this thing, that's for sure. But what a win for Austin Aries.
Well, you could just sense as we look at Bobby Roode as he rolls out of the ring. You could just sense the level of frustration, this look on Roode's face. I mean, he's 0-4, JB.
He is 0-4. Obviously not pleased with that loss.
He's got a snap. Get out of the way, get out of the way. The hell?
What's up, Holmes? I'm doing good, man. Big match tonight. X Division, you know how it is. Pre-bet that 5150.
Checking it out.
LAX son in the same room. Homicide, big fan, man.
Gracias, Mike, gracias.
Respect. Hey, you got a big match tonight, right?
I do.
Kill it, man. Kill it. I know you're gonna win, bro.
You good luck,
okay,
man.
Thank you.
Hey, Superman, I see you tonight.
See you, bro. See you. Hey, you and I know that I'm probably gonna win the X Division Championship, right?
You should.
You're gonna win the Bound for Glory series.
Good, all right.
You know what that means? Next year, Destination X, it'll be me versus you for the World Heavyweight Championship. Just think about it, bro.
I like the sound of that, bro. I like the sound of that. That's good. That's good.
Chavo and Hernandez have big plans. Chris Sabin takes a big risk. X Division champ fights for the world title tonight. He challenges Bully Ray.
So apparently, Nux, your no vote pushed Doc over the edge, and he ended up turning in his cut. So, but hey, so personal. Hey, things happen. We got bigger fish to fry tonight. That's what it is. P's got a big night, right?
He does.
Big night.
He does.
Big night. You know what you're doing? Yes, sir. You know what you're doing? You know it. Do you know what you're doing? Come on, man. And you, of course, know what you're freaking doing.
Oh, testify.
Let's go do it. Let's go, boys. Let's do it. Oh, come on!
The bowling contest scheduled for one fall is an X Division qualifying match. Introducing first from Brooklyn, New York, Homicide.
Yes, look who's back. It's the former X Division champ, Homicide, 3 times World Tag Team Champion with his LAX partner, Hernandez. Homicide in the first of our 3 qualifiers. This features X Division stars of the past.
And his opponent from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Petey Williams.
Yes, past stars from the past, but hardly passe. Petey Williams, the master, the creator, the innovator of the Canadian Destroyer. A deadly finishing maneuver that has seen him many victories here at Impact Wrestling over the last 10 years.
And their opponent from Mumbai, India, Sanjay Dutt.
The 31-year-old, 13-year pro, Sanjay Dutt, who in my mind, in my opinion, is simply the best X Division wrestler. Never to hold the X Division championship, but a win tonight for Sanjay Dutt, it would put him in Ultimate X, and that is 1 week from tonight with Chris Sabin cashing in the X Division title. We're going to crown a new X Division champ. We have the 3 qualifying matches tonight here at Destination X, and next week we pay it off. A new champion crown with the return of Ultimate X.
And that brand new championship belt, Dixie Carter tweeted earlier today, will be on the line, will be hanging above the high wire. And an Impact Wrestling exclusive, a match you will see nowhere else, the high wire free-for-all known as Ultimate X.
Slingshot move by Homicide as we invite you to join TNA Wrestling for a look at the classic matches, most personal rivalries, the unforgettable moments as the past and the present collide. TNA Wrestling's one night only, TNA 10 The Reunion. It's on pay-per-view. It premieres August the 2nd. For details, contact your cable or your satellite provider.
And look at Petey Williams, look at the momentum, look at how quickly these two go at it in the ring. No love lost, a big feud online between these two. On Twitter's Vine videos, you got to see it. These two.
What's behind that?
Oh, no love lost between these two, that's for sure.
Whoa. Sanjay with the Hurricane Rana on Homicide. And from the outside in, it's the Petey Williams shoulder block. Slingshot in, drops Sanjay on his head. Follow pin and no.
I mean, both men, we've seen some great, all 3 in fact, can think back to some very memorable Ultimate X matches. And look at this, what a combination. Petey Williams able to keep it in, and whether it's Sanjay, whether it's Petey Williams, whether it's Homicide, all 3 have experience in the Ultimate X. One man tonight will go on in that 3-way match next week as we crown a new champion.
And here's Homicide set up on top. You'll remember it was Sanjay. Sanjay Dutt, who tore his shoulder last year in an Ultimate X match at Destination X, and then he popped the shoulder back in. That's all about what this high-risk X Division is about. You know, when you compete like this and you turn it loose with no limits, you know you're going to have injuries.
That was one of those things, too. He put that video online and it exploded. People just were fascinated by it. The fact that his shoulder popped out and he popped it back in mid-match. Fascinating stuff, and what a high tolerance for pain Sanjay Dutt has to have be able to pull that off.
Gosh, anybody that competes in the X Division as Homicide elevates and takes Williams over. Homicide drops Sanjay, the lateral press. Here's the cover, and no, just 2.
And although it's been a little while since we've seen Homicide, all 3 men not not lost a step. I mean, all three at the top of their game right now. Any one of these three can be a great X Division champ.
Homicide, 2009, defeated Suicide to win the X Division title, eventually losing to Samoa Joe as Petey Williams slides in behind Sanjay, crotches him in the corner. Gonna go Gringo Killer here. Petey able to land on his feet. Stop it, block it. Gonna go Destroyer. No, Homicide takes him into the corner, but Petey puts on the brakes and then catches Homicide with the elbow. Oh, look at Sanjay.
Wow. Out of nowhere, grabbed him and just threw him right on his back, and now look at this. Oh, God!
The Gringo Killer dropped on his head. His Williams, Homicide to cover. Smart move by Sanjay because it's first pin or submission. Sanjay still in the match.
Wow. I mean, Petey Williams dropped right on the back of his head, and look at that, Sanjay able to position Homicide. And oh, look at this, from the top.
Oh, straight down, moonsault, double foot stomp, leg hook, pin, win.
Wow.
Your winner, Sanjay Dutt.
I mean, what an incredible series of hard-hitting, high-impact maneuvers that led to the end of this match. Look at Sanjay, pinpoint accuracy, drops both feet down right across the chest to Homicide, and with that win, he secures himself a spot in the Ultimate X next week as we crown a new champion.
You're right, next week it is Ultimate X. As at this point, let us check out the graphic. This is going to talk about next Thursday, and it illustrates how Sanjay Dutt has advanced to next week's Ultimate X. We'll find out later tonight who joins Sanjay in the title match.
And still to come, he's cashing it all in, putting all his chips out on the table. Chris Sabin goes for the big one, a shot at the World Heavyweight Champion, Bully Ray.
And we are back at Destination X. Kenny King, Chavo Guerrero Jr. They await the entrance of their opponent in this three-way X Division qualifier.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is an X Division qualifying match. Introducing, this is Manic.
Third man in the qualifier, formerly known as Suicide, but JB, you'll recall, after Austin Aries was guilty of gimmick infringement, it was our general manager, Hulk Hogan, who renamed him Manic.
And with that, started a new era in this man's career, and an era that could begin with a shot at the world, or rather the X Division Championship in the Ultimate X. And when we talk about the World Heavyweight title, and now that whole situation, the Plan C, the Option C has changed the game. And certainly now as these three fight for the X Division title, got to note that Chavo earlier told Hernandez, you know, a year from now, it could be you and I. It could be me with the X Division Championship. It could be you with the World Heavyweight title. Anything can happen in a year's time, and that's what makes Destination X such a special event.
Oh, and a drop kick by Kenny King. Chavo goes back first into the guardrail. Kenny turns his attention to Manic. Snaps off the suplex, goes right into the mountain, reins in the rights.
Three very different competitors. Chavo obviously with the vast experience advantage. Manic, the great unknown, and Kenny King, we've seen him do some serious damage to opponents. He's a former X Division champion in his own right.
It's our Super Bowl, it's our World Series, all wrapped into one. It's bound for glory. It's live on pay-per-view as Manic goes with the submission attempt here on Kenny King. October the 20th, San Diego State University's Viejas Arena. Tickets on sale now. Get your Bound for Glory VIP weekend and travel packages. Shop TNA.com for all the details.
Chavo breaks that up. Now look at that. The move is still applied, and Manic applies a submission while pinning Chavo. And that's the kind of excitement these three-way matchups bring in the X Division.
Gonna find out who joins Sanjay Dutt as Manic is nailed with the Chavo Jr. dropkick. You know, in recent years, Chavo Guerrero Jr., known as a tag team specialist, TNA, WCW, WWE World Tag Team titles. But think back, a 6-time Cruiserweight champion, WCW, WWE for Chavo Jr. as he goes for the pin here and gets 2 on Kenny King. And, of course, that Cruiserweight division, sort of the predecessor to the X division.
In many ways it was, Mike, and certainly Chavo, not just known as a successful tag team wrestler, a lot of success as a singles competitor. And the same applies here, whether teaming with Hernandez or out on his own. Chavo Guerrero has just as good a shot as anyone at becoming X Division champion next week.
Manic springs out of the corner, hits the cross-body block on Kenny King, but now he's got to deal with Chavo. Manic elevated by Chavo right into a drop kick on Kenny King. The drop down, go for the pin, and get, no, just 2. Another bit of business, brand new Impact Wrestling Series 10 action figures. They are available now. ShopTNA.com. It features stars like Kurt Angle, Miss Tessmacher, and Rob Terry. Get yours. ShopTNA.com right now.
Yeah, Miss Tessmacher's first action figure here in Impact Wrestling. Very cool to see. A lot of people will be picking that up, and obviously now we are in the midst of what was going to be a 3rd suplex, and now it's applied to Kenny King.
Well, 2 amigos for Manic, 1 and 2 for Kenny King from Chavo Jr.
Paying a little respect to his tremendous heritage. The Guerrero family so proud, and rightfully so.
And Chavo could be one frog splash away from moving on to Ultimate X next week with the X Division title on the line. The all-important X Division championship, as Chris Sabin will tell you, doesn't get any more important than cashing in that title and challenging Bully Ray for the World Heavyweight title, which Sabin will do later tonight. Double knees in the back. Manic face first into the corner.
A little cause and effect there as now Kenny King as Manic is underneath. Wow. You heard it. Chavo felt it. Now Kenny King needs to capitalize on it.
Yeah, maybe a little premature celebration for Kenny King. Manic sneaks in from behind. Double underhook. Catches him with the knees. Follow cover on the win, and Manic moves on.
Boom, what a win for Manic. We know there's 2, there's 1 left as we head into the Ultimate X match next week here on Impact.
JB, you are dead on, because as we look at the graphic, now 2/3 of the puzzle is solved. Manic joins Sanjay Dutt. Who's going to fill that 3rd spot in Ultimate X? We're going to find out later tonight.
Tonight is the reason why we put this family back together again. To get rid of Aces and Eights and to take out Bully Ray!
Is everyone ready to start part 1 of tonight's mission?
I'm ready to knock somebody out.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's gonna knock somebody out.
Main Event Mafia, they're ready to fight. Don't go anywhere. That's up next at Destination X on Impact Wrestling. And as we return to Destination X, it's still to come tonight. It's Bully Ray defending the World Championship against Chris Sabin. Now let's go up close and personal with the challenger.
The path has been treacherous and riddled with obstacles. Adversaries who would stop at nothing to see you fail. Injuries they thought had secured your end. Heartbreak has made you wiser. You've clawed and scraped your way to this moment. Triumph has made you stronger. The opportunity has arrived. But before you can stake your claim, one last obstacle looms. Everything you have endured will be tested tonight. Do you have what it takes to seize this moment?
Brother, we all know what you've been through. The injuries, the setbacks. I had no idea it was actually a setup for greatness. This is your time, brother. But I got one little piece of advice I also gave Bully. At the end of the night, just make sure they remember you. And bring the title home to TNA, brother.
Hulk, thank you.
It's your time.
Wow. Nothing like advice and inspiration from the immortal Hulk Hogan as the music tells us that the main event Mafia is here in Louisville.
Well, they are here and well represented, and there you see the newest member trailing the pack, and Rampage Jackson.
That's the heavy hitter.
That's the heavy hitter. Chain in tow, and you're talking about a newfound confidence with this ensemble.
For all of us here in TNA and Impact Wrestling, we have hope against aces and eights because of these gentlemen. Talking about Sting, Rampage Jackson, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, and Magnus.
Oh, aces and eights, we gave you fair warning. We told you that we were going to bring the fight to you, and I got to tell you, when I look at this family that we have assembled, we are custom made for this very night, because we're looking for you. This fight is going to be more brutal and more vicious than you could ever imagine. Aces and eights, you brought chaos to this company. You turned this company upside down, and for that, tonight the Mafia is coming after you. We're gonna take the fight to you, Aces and Eights. Sting, Magnus, Samoa Joe, Rampage Jackson, and Kurt Angle. The greatest array of champions, fighters, and wrestlers ever to be assembled. And tonight, Aces and Eights, right now, we're gonna prove it.
Kurt Angle is ready. Sting is ready. Rampage Jackson is ready. Samoa Joe is ready. And Magnus is ready. Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, I think they're ready.
Are you ready? Well, right then. Aces and eights. Come on down and face the family.
We're all sitting on ready. Come on, Aces and Eights.
Hey, yo, right up here. There we go. My eyes are up here, guys. Hey, did you think that we were just gonna come running down to the ring at your beck and call? That's not how it works. We do things on our own time. We gotta conserve energy tonight. We got a big celebration to attend after the show. You ready, guys? Are you ready? Ready. Come on. I'll tell you what. In fact, why don't you guys come back here? Huh? You're cordially invited. Come on. Come on. If you got it.
Ken. We're cordially invited back there where you're getting ready for your little party. Probably sitting around having a few drinks. Well, you know what? The Mafia's thirsty tonight. Isn't that right, boys? Rampage, are you thirsty? Oh, you know I'm thirsty. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna go backstage, we're gonna drink your drinks, and then we're gonna beat you down, and we're gonna do it right now.
Main Event Mafia. They're going to take Aces and Eights up on their invitation.
It looks like the Hunters are now becoming the hunted Main Event Mafia. Quick to answer that challenge and head to the backstage area where the Main Event Mafia will find the Aces and Eights. And obviously, we're in for a fight tonight. This has been talked about all week long.
Mafia says they're going to bring it. They're going to take the fight to Aces and Eights as our cameras pick them up. Oh, in pursuit of Aces and Eights. Here comes the Mafia. Aces and Eights, they set the trap. They baited the main event Mafia. What the hell's going on here? Bully Ray just put Kurt Angle in the back of that truck. Where are they taking Kurt? See the superstars of Impact Wrestling this Friday in Danville, Illinois, and this Saturday in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. The Impact Wrestling World Tour is headed to Columbus, Georgia next Friday, then to Pensacola, Florida next Saturday.
And Impact Wrestling World Tour tickets go on sale tomorrow for August 23rd in Yakima, Washington, the 24th in Eugene, and August 13th in Hagerstown, Maryland. 30th rather, Hagerstown, Maryland. That is all on sale tomorrow. Be sure to check out ImpactWrestling.com for tickets and details. And right now, backstage, he's tweeting at Austin Aries, Impact Wrestling on Twitter, on Facebook, on Pinterest, Vine, Instagram, a brand new podcast. We are all social media right now at ImpactWrestling.com. You can go to ImpactWrestling.com/social media.
And it was just moments ago, right before the break, all hell broke loose. Main event Mafia taking the fight to Aces and Eights. But as we witnessed this, JB, it was all a setup. It was all a trap.
It was certainly an ambush. Bully Ray waiting there, and now we see what happened to Kurt Angle as a result of the World Heavyweight Champion thrown in the back of that pickup truck.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is an X Division qualifying match. Introducing first, this is Rubik.
And this is the third of our 3 X Division qualifiers tonight. X Division Stars of the Future. Earlier, we witnessed Sanjay Dutt and Manik moving on. Time to fill out the third competitor for Ultimate X next week when the X Division title's on the line.
And his opponent from Birmingham, England, Rockstar Spud.
Oh, you know this guy, JB. Yeah. British Boot Camp.
Know him real well. In fact, the winner of the 2013 British Boot Camp, Rockstar Spud, he is a walking stick of dynamite. He does his own thing. He listens to no one, carries himself with a rock star attitude, and the fans across the United Kingdom voted overwhelmingly. Supported him overwhelmingly. Now we're going to see tonight how he has a chance at that X Division Championship in the Ultimate X next week.
And their opponent from Long Island, New York, Greg Marachulo.
26-year-old Greg Marachulo. A decade as a pro. Said I'm an Italian from Long Island. High-flying style is what we can expect. And Greg Marachulo comes to Impact Wrestling in TNA after a recent tour of Japan.
Yeah, just to the New Japan Best of the Super Junior tournament, competed and has been over there many times. Interesting individual,
to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got a couple quirky things about him, which we'll tell you about. But let's see how Rockstar Spud taking the initiative. And
well, think about this. I checked out the ring gear of Greg Marachulo.
Yeah, look closely.
The guy has a Bill Murray knee pad. He says he's just a cool dude, but he can top that. Right. He's got one wristband with Abe Lincoln, and the other wristband, it's a zombie version of Abe Lincoln, but why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, zombie Lincoln.
Of course.
Yeah. Great representation there. Also, by the way, I should mention he's got an incredible T-shirt collection in the hundreds.
What do you mean?
Just telling you about it. This guy's very strange. He collects T-shirts, hundreds of them.
And he connects with an elbow that drops Rubik's, who debuted June of last year in TNA. He faced Sanjay Dutt in an X Division tournament qualifier. Also competed at Destination X last year, did Rubik's. want to remind you about Impact Wrestling on the road. Visit ImpactWrestling.com. Find out when Thursday Night Impact is bringing SpikeTV cameras to your city. Get ready. Wichita Falls, Texas, August the 1st. Norfolk, Virginia, August 15th. August the 29th, we're headed to Cleveland, Ohio. And make your plans for September the 12th in St. Louis, Missouri. Ooh, wow.
Right in front of us, we could frankly feel the impact of that, no question. And all three, first time in the ring for all three of these guys together as we try and fill that third spot. Keep in mind, next week it happens, the Ultimate X for the X Division Championship. Brand new championship belt we saw earlier. And we already know Sanjay Dutt is in the match. We already know Maddox in the match, and one of these three will advance next week as well.
You might recall Rockstar Spud made his in-ring Impact Wrestling debut back in the month of February when he defeated Robbie E. in Spud's home country.
Yeah, it was an amazing night, and you know, Spud's one of these Brits that really does his own thing on the reality show British Boot Camp. He really had a lot of very interesting, what I would say, reality show moments where,
oh, that was close.
You know, the newscast, the reality shows, the celebrity shows over there had a field day with this guy from his antics, which punched another guy in the face in the back of a limo, was there for that. Just rather forget it all, actually.
Whoa, Rubik's, wow. Plants Rockstar Spud face first to the canvas, and then a running knee. Follow cover, here's the pin, and barely a 2 count. Chris Sabin's opportunity of a lifetime. Biggest match in the career of Sabin. It is still to come tonight. This pay-per-view quality Destination X broadcast on Spike when Sabin challenges Bully Ray for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Rubik's just connected. Kick to the side of the head of Marichulo. Off the top, snaps off the Hurricane Rana.
And talking about that Chris Sabin-Bully Ray matchup earlier, what a game changer it was a year ago when Austin Aries opened up the idea of an option C. Cashing in your X Division champ. Wow,
watch this, bridging suplex and an ear fall.
When Austin Aries made the move and cashed in that X Division title a year ago and then went on to do the impossible, what nobody thought was going to happen, and that was defeat Bobby Roode that night and become the World Heavyweight Champion. It became a game changer, and suddenly Destination X took on a whole new meaning, and something we're seeing tonight where 1 year later, Chris Sabin is going to try and do the exact same thing, cash in that title for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship and realizing a dream in the same way. Wow, what a kick by Spud.
Follow pin. Can Spud move on to Ultimate X? No, Rubik's escaped.
I'll tell you what, since winning that contract with British Boot Camp, Rockstar Spud has been in the United States, has been in our developmental system, kind of coming up the ranks, and has really impressed a lot of people. Everything you hear about Rockstar Spud is keep your eye on this guy. Don't let his size fool you.
Oh, wow. Where did he come from? Marichulo, explosive, high-risk move off the top. It takes Rockstar Spud out to the floor. Here he comes, momentum off the rope. Woo, what a flip dive. Wow. Right here to the side of the broadcast table. JB, did you see that elevation?
What elevation as Marichulo comes full speed and dives over the top rope, taking out Rockstar Spud in the process, and has momentum right now. Needs to capitalize on it and is going to the top. Check this out, right over the top rope. Didn't even touch a rope. Flew clear over that top rope all the way to the floor, taking out Spud in the process.
Yeah, but in this three-way match, you've got to have eyes everywhere. Marichulo was focused on Rockstar Spud and ended up being taken down out of the corner by Rubik's. What's he doing now?
I mean,
look how far away he is. Oh, coast-to-coast drop kick. All the way across the ring. Rubik's drags Marichulo back in. Spud's going to try and steal it. No, just two.
Heads-up maneuver from Spud, 11-year pro. Rockstar Spud had enough sense of mind about him to take advantage of that situation, that incredible move, and try and steal the pin.
Bud momentarily turns his attention to Rubix. Wisely takes him out of play, so now he can focus solely on Marichulo.
Oh, wow. Look at this, Bud in a bad way here.
Size advantage, weight, power advantage, too much. Drop down into the pin, and Marichulo advances.
Your winner, Greg Marichulo.
Not a bad debut.
You're not kidding. What a debut.
We're going to see how he does. He's going to have a chance next week in his second match, where he immediately heads to the X Division Championship match in Ultimate X.
Going to be big. He's going to join Sanjay and Manik as we go back. Check out the highlights. This thing was what the X Division is all about, quite simply.
And a high elevated dropkick from the top rope. We saw Rubix there flying through the ropes earlier. Answered by Marichulo right afterwards, where he cleared the top rope, taking out Spot, and then drops him right down on the mat, able to get the 3 and advance to the Ultimate X match next week, right here on Impact.
Super impressive debut for Greg Marichulo, and he joins Sanjay Dutt and Manik 1 week from tonight, Ultimate X for the title.
You should have seen the look on Angle's face when you hit the gas and went speeding away. Sheer terror. And you got, hey, listen, hats off to Wes. The kid took one for the team. Who else do you think? Rampage. He's trigger happy. Yeah, I mean, it worked perfectly. Listen, take Angle to the spot that we talked about earlier. Yup, that exact one. You know what? Before you leave, why don't we do this mafia style? Make him an offer he won't refuse. Perfect.
And we are back at Destination X, and check this out, JB. That's the Aces and Eights truck that took Kurt. What? It's Kurt Angle.
That's Kurt Angle. Pulled the truck up and is coming back into the building. Kurt Angle left in the back of that truck and now is headed back.
Kurt Angle back in the arena.
There was a moment last week that will be glorified in Knockouts history for eternity. It set the standard. No, it raised the bar for women in this industry across the globe. It just goes to show you really like what hard work and determination and dedication will truly get you. I know, I could go on all night about this epic moment, but being the gracious Knockouts champion that I am, I figured what better gift than to share it with you all again. Roll that footage. Somebody's gonna pay for the way that you walked on me. Somebody's gonna pay. What an incredible night it was here in Music City. I mean, I'm looking out there, and there are a sea of people all here to see me perform at my official showcase. You know, honestly, there are moments in time in history that resonate with people that they will go on and speak about and tell their grandchildren about. The moon landing, the invention of the Twinkie, and the day when your heartbreaking, history-making Knockouts champion Mickie James made Music City, Mickey City. I know, right? Wasn't that amazing? Aren't I amazing? I'm such a giver. I really am. You know? I guess I can't help myself, but honestly, that's what being your heartbreaking, history-making, knockout champion of the century is all.
Man, is she self-centered?
You think so? I'll tell you what, Mike, I was there. I was at that show, and yeah, she had a big crowd, and yeah, they were really digging what she was doing, but the fact she came away from that thinking that was actually history, Knockouts history.
History Knockouts was Gail Kim in the ladder match last week against Terrence Terrell.
A sense of humor lately. really funny. I know. And really delusional. Delusional if you actually think that people were talking about your stupid performance last week. The only thing that people were talking about was my dominant, history-making performance last week in that ladder match against Taryn Terrell. And the only thing, that's right, and the only thing that's gonna make this package even more perfect is when I get that title back next week, honey.
First off, Gail, there's a clause in my contract that states I need a certain amount of space and oxygen to compete at optimum performance. And right now, honey, you are invading both of them. Yes, yes. So just step it back a few notches. Thank you. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. Your match last week, it was a solid 2, right? 2.5, maybe? Right? But you ask all the reviewers and all the newspapers and music magazines across the world, my performance was 5 stars. Totally 5 stars. I mean, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh! Wow. Look out! Oh, flying high heels. Guess we don't have to wait for next week because it is on between Gail Kim and Mickie James.
I can't wait for this one next week. You
have to wait.
Arguably 2 of the most talented and after that maybe a little delusional females in professional wrestling going to go at it next week for the Knockouts Championship.
Referees doing their best to try and separate. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Look at the champ get out of dodge. And Gail being restrained. Mickie holds that title belt right in the face of Gail Kim, the #1 contender. It's gonna be big. It's next week. It's the Knockouts Championship. New #1 contender, Gail Kim. Gonna challenge. She's going right after again.
Hey, Chris. Relax, man. I'm not here to start anything. You got a big night tonight. How you feeling? Good. Mentally, you feeling good?
Yeah, feel great.
Listen, I don't want to diminish anything you've done here for the last 10 years you've been here. I don't want to diminish what you did a few weeks ago when you beat me. But I do want you to understand that the only reason you're sitting in this position is because of me. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about option C. I'm talking about raising your game to a level that maybe you didn't even know existed. See, that's what I do around here, Chris. I test people. I'm the litmus paper. I find out exactly how great people can be. And a few weeks ago, you proved you can be great. Now listen, I know I can beat Bully Ray. I've already done it. Now you know that you can beat me. And tonight, you get a chance to finish that equation, become the World Heavyweight Champion. And not that it means a whole hell of a lot to you, I'm pulling for you tonight. Get the job done.
You cannot miss this. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Our Destination X main event. Chris Sabin challenges Bully Ray for the world title, and it's next.
What does the X Division remind me of? Me. Been there, done that, put it on the map. Next week, Jeff Hardy. Another test. A great wrestler. A fan favorite. A hero. This is no place for a hero. I'm taking my points.
It is a confident and a cocky AJ Styles that competes in the Bound for Glory series. It's 1 week from tonight. Yes, look at AJ's opponent, the charismatic enigma, none other than Jeff Hardy, and that's not all, because we will crown a new X Division champion. It's the return of Ultimate X. Greg Marashulo, Manik, Sanjay Dutt, they will fight for the championship. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of titles and championships, Chris Sabin has labeled this not only the biggest match of his career, but the biggest moment of his life, because we're just moments away from Chris Sabin challenging Bully Ray for the World Championship, JB.
And you go to ImpactWrestling.com/social media. Everybody's talking about this matchup because they know what's at stake. They know that it's not just about the last 2 years he's been on the shelf, going out of his mind thinking about this moment. It's the 10 years since he first came to Impact Wrestling and set his sights on that World Heavyweight Championship. It's all on the line. We're about to see it. The main event is here. He's rolling the dice, and let's see what happens. Chris Sabin puts it all on the line for this one opportunity.
Let's not wait any longer. Here we go. Main event time. World Heavyweight Championship at Destination X. Yes, we are live in Louisville, Kentucky. And here we go. World title on the line. It was July the 4th in Las Vegas when this man, Chris Sabin, regained the X Division Championship last week. He agreed to vacate the title and cash it in for this, tonight's shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. 31-year-old Chris Sabin, 13th year as a pro, biggest match of his career. On Twitter this week, all about Sabin's focus on winning the title. And here comes the defending champion, and what an intimidating presence the president of Aces and Eights, Bully Ray, is. Earlier tonight, we heard him talking directly to Chris Sabin. He said, "I am the most hated man in professional wrestling. It's just the way I want it. And we should plan a funeral for the challenger, Chris Sabin. Showdown time, Destination X main event. Enough of the hype. Match time is here. Here comes the champ. And the title is at stake. Chris Sabin, this is your chance to take option C and win that championship." Who better to set the stage for Destination X main event, the big title bout, than my broadcast partner? Take it, JB. All yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your Destination X main event of the evening for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, live from Louisville, Kentucky, it's your main event of the evening. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 210 pounds and comes to us from Detroit, Michigan. By cashing in the X Division Championship, he is now the #1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship of the world. He is the challenger, Chris Sabin. And now, standing in the corner to my right, he weighed in this morning at 265 pounds and comes to us from Hell's Kitchen, New York. He is the president of the Aces and Eights and the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Bully Ray.
That's the intimidation factor that we spoke of just moments ago. And I think if we had a tail of the tape here, you would have to talk about the immense size, power, yes, the size, the power, certainly the big match experience edge that the defending champion brings into this battle. And damn, Saban's not backing down from anybody, not even the champion.
Mike, I got to tell you, I was just standing 3 or 4 feet from Chris Sabin. I've never seen him, I've never seen that look in his eyes before. It's stone-faced. He refused to be intimidated by Bully Ray. Every tactic, every dirty trick Bully Ray has used to get in his head didn't seem to register, didn't seem to have any effect.
It's that total focus that Sabin was talking about on Twitter earlier this week. And I mean, JB, if you think about it for Sabin, almost like insurmountable odds. You've got to admire Chris Sabin for doing what he did in putting that X Division championship, cashing it in for this. But boy, being a betting man like I am, I just don't like Chris Sabin's chances.
Well, you got to look, and I asked him on our podcast, on our Impact Wrestling podcast this week, I said, Chris, is this too much too soon? Is this too much too fast? Coming out of basically sitting on the shelf for 2 years and now a World Heavyweight Championship title match, he said, I am ready. I've been ready for 10 years, and how can you be ready for that? Ouch.
Yeah, let's talk about that. June 2011, Sabin tore his ACL in the right knee. June 2012, Sabin tore the ACL in his left knee. And that ACL, it's the anterior cruciate ligament. It's one of the 4 major ligaments in the knee. It's so crucial in terms of stabilizing yourself when you turn or when you plant. It joins that upper leg bone with the lower leg bone. It keeps the knee stable. And Chris Sabin is taking the fight to the champion and using his leg power here with the strike. Oh, overhand slap from the champ.
He told me he's going to stand tall. He's going to be ready for whatever offense Bully Ray has ready for him. And you see he's doing just that, sticking to the game plan.
See the broken blood vessels on the chest of the challenger. Sabin able to fight back. You talk about strikes, rapid fire, forearms and elbows. Shot after shot. Champ rocked in the corner. Sabin goes to the mount. Piston-like rights.
But you try and tell me he's not ready for this. You try and tell me he hasn't prepared for this. Mentally, physically, he's ready. And this is his opportunity. He knows it. He's rolling the dice. He's got to watch that. You know, it's not just the fact that he sustained those 2 different injuries. It's the fact that the second one came in the very first match of his return from the first one. If you can imagine that mentally, what a toll that can take on you. Physically, obviously, unable to walk for pretty much the better part of 2 years.
Yeah, I think in terms of a game plan, in terms of strategy, we're seeing it play out right now. And yeah, we anticipated Bully Ray to work on the previously injured leg and knee of Sabin, but now Bully's got backup in the form of his aces and eights mates.
Not so fast. Not so fast. Look who's here.
Oh, you can just feel the tension.
Joe, Rampage.
We're on a collision course. Mafia coming out. Mafia to confront aces and eights. Sabin challenging Bully Ray. More of the world title match right after this. You can feel the tension, the emotion. Main event Mafia, aces and eights surrounding the ring. In the midst of this world heavyweight title showdown, champion Bully Ray throughout the commercial break, continuing to work on the previously injured leg and knee of Chris Sabin. Bully Ray, this has just been difficult to watch, JB, all through the commercial.
Yeah, just spent the entire... Wow. entire commercial break just dismantling the legs of Chris Sabin, and call him an opportunist, call him smart, whatever you want to call him. Bully Ray is going right for the jugular. Now he's going right for Rampage Jackson.
And punch you in your mouth.
Just inches away from the broadcast table, JB, and I know you can feel it as well as Bully sneaks up from behind and goes right to the attack on the leg of Sabin again.
Yeah, this is a standoff we have right in front of us. We've got the Aces and Eights, we've got the Main Event Mafia, and with every move, with every inch that the Aces and Eights gets closer to the ring or closer to getting involved in this, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Sting, Magnus, Rampage, they're all out here. Very combustible situation.
Kurt Angle said earlier, all we want tonight in the world title match is a fair fight. And that's why the Mafia has come out to confront Aces and Eights. Again to work on the knee.
You see the way that this is situated around the ringside area. I'll tell you, Main Event Mafia pretty much has 3/4 of the ringside area. And the Aces and Eights are kind of confined to one corner. And everybody watching each other like a hawk. And look at what Bully Ray is doing to the boot on the right foot of Chris Sabin.
Taking the laces and trying to expose the leg and the knee, surgically repaired, pulling it down, and now, yes, pulling any kind of cover, any kind of wrap off the leg and drives it down.
I know this may be the understatement of the year, but Bully Ray is relentless. He's without mercy. Knows what's at stake here, and he's going right for those legs.
But check out the heart. Check out the... When you want to talk about the courage of Chris Sabin, just when it looks like Sabin is going to try and get some offense, some momentum going, viciously, violently dropped by Bully Ray. Again, the importance of this match, especially as it pertains to the future of TNA and Impact Wrestling, cannot be overstated. World title on the line here with the Mafia, Aces and Eights, the showdown around the ring as we watch Bully Ray go right back to working on the surgically repaired leg and knee.
And just piece by piece, dismantling Chris Sabin. Both of those protective knee braces are gone. Half his boot is off. Oh.
So much power behind the move from the champ who stalks Sabin.
Hey, this might be a physically lopsided battle. There's no question about that. But you want to talk about heart? You want to talk about the size of someone's heart? Determination?
I'm with you. And we were talking about that heart and courage. But just when Sabin even gets back up to his feet, even tries to get going, move forward against Bully Ray, he's stopped just like this.
And again, just look at this. I mean, that is a surgically repaired knee. That is a man for the better part of a year couldn't even use that right leg.
Champ losing his focus right there, getting in the face of Main Event Mafia's Rampage Jackson, the MMA star.
I mean, that's as good as provoking, or trying to provoke, any member of the Main Event Mafia.
You look around ringside here, and you can just sense Sabin tried to get a couple of strikes in. Bully knocked him right on his back again, and you see the reactions, JB. We're just inches away from Aces and Eights, and how confident they look after what's gone down so far in this world title showdown here at Destination X.
And Bully Ray now just openly mocking Hulk Hogan. I mean, there's audacity. There his audacity. There's no question, Bully Ray. He takes it to a new level. Sets the bar. And he said it earlier, there's something about being the most hated man in this industry that
he loves.
He really enjoys.
He feeds off of that. He loves that reputation, and all he's doing tonight with this performance is enhancing that reputation.
There you go. Come on, Saban. Come on, Saban. Give it up, Saban.
Wow.
Don't take that. Hey, should I rip off his other knee brace? Too much fun, Magnus. You lucky I ain't doing this to you. You want to hit him? I did. Are you upset?
Again, the champion. Back to the leg of the challenger. And again, further exposing the knee, pulling the knee pad off. This is all about pain, dishing out more punishment.
And now look at this. That shoe coming off, the boot rather, of Chris Sabin. And now this is all about working over the weak spot. We know about it. We've talked about it. There's no question about it. Bully Ray, an opportunist.
But, I mean, it's something that you can't blame Bully Ray, but at the same time, it doesn't make it any easier to watch. And Sabin tries to fight out of the corner, but just no luck, and just troubled in pain. And that look on the face of the champ tells the entire story, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Able to get that left leg up.
Sabin showing that heart, the courageousness. Well, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Maybe just too much, trying to go high risk, crotch in the corner, and quickly, Bully Ray gonna follow up out of the corner.
I'll knock you out.
A defenseless Sabin. Powered down, superplex style by the champ. And finally, a cover, 2. I don't know, it's not been the pin attempts by Bully Ray because he's been so intent on dishing out that further pain, more punishment to Sabin.
I mean, he wants to dismantle it. He wants to dismember him for all intents and purposes. Everything that he has done has been focused on those legs. And now,
here it is. Gonna go for that bully bomb. Stopped and blocked by Sabin out of the hammerlock. Oh! He drilled Bully Ray right in the side of the head with the kick. He's got him momentarily dazed. Kurt Angle cheers on the challenger. Sting as well. Mafia in his corner. Oh, Sabin goes missile drop kick. And Bully went right into the referee. Brian Hebner knocked down.
That is not what we wanted to see here.
The cover, the arm draped, but the referee's down. There's nobody to count. Sabin had the pin here. Oh.
And Mike, this is a very combustible situation right now. Referee is down.
Watch Anderson. How many times have we seen this? Hammer right into play.
It's on. It's on now. We knew this was going to happen.
You talked about the combustible situation, the powder keg. It was about ready to explode. Well, it just exploded.
Rampage in there, taking out Wes Briscoe, Devon, Sting, Kurt Angle.
Bodies flying everywhere, up the ramp, around the ringside area. Battle continues between Aces and Eights in the main event Mafia. Sting jacking the jaw of Devon up the ramp. Oh no, not this hammer again. What he used against Jeff Hardy. Oh! Sabin boot to the midsection. Sabin. Sabin had the hammer. Bully going to take him up. Oh, right in the top of the head.
Right
went for the Bully bomb. He hit him in the head with the hammer.
Come on.
Count two. Yes. New champion. New champion. New champion.
Your winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Sabin.
Wow, wow, wow. Poetic justice. He beats Bully Ray at his own game. That's fighting fire with fire. And ladies and gentlemen, your new World Heavyweight Champion is Chris Sabin. Poetic justice at Destination X.
History repeats itself, just like Austin Aries last year at Destination X. Chris Sabin cashes in, and he wins the World Heavyweight Championship.
He rolled the dice, Mike. He rolled the dice and hit the jackpot.